What if everything you've been stressing about, everything keeping you awake at night, everything you were trying so hard to control, was never in your control to begin with? Pause for a moment. Think about your life right now, the decisions you're making, the future you're trying to secure, the risks you're afraid to take. Now ask yourself honestly, how much of it is actually guaranteed? Not what you hope, not what you plan, but what is certain. Because deep down, there's a quiet fear. A fear that maybe things won't go as planned. A fear that maybe you'll make the wrong choice. A fear that maybe, just maybe, you're not prepared for what's coming. And that fear, it controls more of your life than you realize. It affects your decisions. It shapes your priorities. It even influences your relationship with Allah. Because when things feel uncertain, your heart begins to search for control. But here is the reality most people avoid. Control is an illusion. You can plan, you can try, you can struggle. But at the end of the day, there is only one who decides the outcome. And that is Allah. But if Allah is truly in control, then why do we still feel lost? Why do we still feel anxious? Why do we still hesitate when making decisions? Stay with me, because what you're about to realize might completely transform the way you live your life. You've been taught your whole life to plan, set goals, work hard, think ahead, control your future. And there's nothing wrong with that. Islam encourages effort. It teaches responsibility. It values intention. But somewhere along the way, something changed. Effort turned into obsession. Planning turned into anxiety. Responsibility turned into pressure. Now instead of trusting Allah, you are trying to replace Him in your mind. You want certainty before action. You want guarantees before decisions. You want control over outcomes that were never yours to begin with. Let's pause. Imagine you're driving on a road at night. Your headlights only show a few meters ahead, not the entire journey, not every turn, not every obstacle. Yet, you keep driving. Why? Because you trust that the road continues even if you can't see it. Now think about your life. Allah has shown you just enough, not everything, just enough. But instead of moving forward, you stop, you hesitate, you overthink, you doubt. Why do you trust a road you can't fully see, but struggle to trust the plan of the one who created the road? Because deep inside, there's a battle between your desire for control and your need to trust Allah. And that battle, it's exhausting you. You replay decisions in your mind. What if I choose wrong? What if this fails? What if I regret this later? And slowly, fear starts to take over. Fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of uncertainty. But here's the truth. Fear grows where trust is weak. The more you try to control everything, the more anxious you become, because you were never meant to carry that burden. Only Allah can. Let's be honest with ourselves. We say, I trust Allah, but when life doesn't go our way, that trust gets tested immediately. You make a plan, and it fails. You pray for something, and it doesn't happen. You hope for ease, but face difficulty instead. And suddenly, your heart feels unsettled. You start questioning, why is this happening? What did I do wrong? Why didn't Allah give me what I asked for? Let's stop right there, because this is where many people misunderstand something critical. Trusting Allah does not mean you will always get what you want. It means you will always get what is best for you, even if you don't understand it yet. And that yet is where the struggle lives. Because you want clarity now, you want answers now, you want relief now. But Allah's plan operates on perfect timing, not your timing. What if the delay you're frustrated about is actually saving you from something worse? Think about that. There are things you've asked for, that if Allah had given them to you immediately, they could have harmed you. There are paths you wanted that could have led to regret. There are opportunities you chased that were never meant for you. But because you don't see the unseen, you assume the worst. And this is where your faith is refined. Because real trust is not tested when things are easy. It is tested when things don't make sense, when doors close, when plans fail, when outcomes disappoint. Let me ask you something directly. Have you ever experienced something painful that later turned out to be a blessing? Of course you have. And that's just the things you recognized. Now imagine the countless times Allah protected you without you ever knowing. Because what you're about to understand next will completely reshape how you view every hardship in your life. Now we arrive at something deeper, not just belief, but realization. Everything in your life, every success, every delay, every hardship, is part of a precise and perfect design. Nothing is random. Not the opportunity you missed, not the mistake you made, not the pain you felt. All of it carries meaning. But here's where most people struggle. They only trust Allah's plan after they understand it. And that's not true trust. True trust is saying, I don't understand this, but I know Allah does. Because if you only trust when things make sense, then you are not trusting Allah. You are trusting your own understanding. And your understanding, it's limited. Let's pause for a moment. Think back to a time in your life when something didn't go your way. At that time, it felt like a loss. Maybe you were upset. Maybe you felt confused. Maybe you even questioned why it happened. But later, you saw the wisdom. You realized that if things had gone your way, you would have been in a worse situation. Now here's something powerful. That realization didn't change the event. It changed your perspective. So what if the situation you're struggling with right now is another one of those moments? Just unfinished? Think about it. You are inside the story, not at the end of it. And judging a story from the middle will always feel confusing, because the next step is where transformation begins. This is where everything shifts, not outside of you, but within you. You stop resisting what Allah has written and start aligning with it. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? Because once you accept that Allah is the best of planners, your entire mindset changes. You still plan, you still work, you still strive, but your heart, it becomes calm. Not because life is perfect, but because your trust is. Let's be real for a second. Life will never be free of uncertainty. There will always be decisions to make, risks to take, moments that test your patience. But imagine facing all of that without fear controlling you. What would change in your life if you truly believed that whatever happens is for your ultimate good? You would move with confidence. You would let go of unnecessary worry. You would make decisions based on faith, not fear. And most importantly, you would find peace. Not temporary peace, not conditional peace, but a deep, unshakable peace. Because in the end, it was never about controlling your life. It was about trusting the one who controls it. So whatever you're facing right now, whatever decision is weighing on your heart, remember this: Allah is the best of planners. Even when you don't see it, even when you don't feel it, even when it's hard to accept, trust Him, and you will never be lost. May Allah guide you, protect you, and grant you clarity and peace in every step you take.